Oh, look who's back. We got Tyler back in the game. And he's already started because he knew he needed a little extra to get his pigeon going. Hey guys, we got a great day for you today. We are starting with our mobility, the pigeon stretch. We're going to do some kind of flow with that today. So I want you to be super active. So you can see Tyler's moving around. He reaches across, reaches the other way. He's going to add his breath in there, preferably nasal breathing, reaching his hand as far forward as he can. We could even go into, yep, the forward and back is good. Pull the heel towards your hips, Tyler, and do it like this guy. Like, yep. And lay down into it. Anything in that realm is fair game today. We want 2 minutes aside. He wants to keep going because it feels so good. And then we're going to do 30 PVC Passthroughs. Okay, if you need to change up your grip on these, by all means, do so. Make sure that we go through our bracing sequence, feet, butt, rib cage, shoulders, and that your head stays in line with the spine. Elbows stay straight. If you want to flip it so your hands are facing forward and we go back to front, you can do that as well. So 30 of those to get our shoulders warmed up. And then for our warm up today, we have 3 rounds. We're going to do 10 Cossack squats. If you remember, our Cossack squats start in that wide base and you go down into that side lunge type position, but your feet don't move. And we're not going to kick up the opposite toe either. So you're going to do 10. It was just 10 on the right. You went both sides.
Yeah.
So just do maybe 2 on one side.
That's my right, but it looks better.
Fair. And then we're going to come up and we're going to do 8 windmills on the right. So when we say right, what we mean is that that's the arm that's above your head. So if you are going to put the weight in your opposite hand, that's fine. Just do your right side. So that would be right arm above your head. Okay, so if the weight's down below, we're still doing the right side. Beautiful. So we're going to go 10 Cossack squats right, 8 windmills right, then go 10 Cossack squats left, 8 windmills left, and then we're going to go through our handstand warm up. So we're going to start with a wall walk is option number 1. Feet against the wall. Just walk your feet up, head goes through, look at the toes, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs, and then you can step down and walk your hands back a little more. We'll wall walk one more time, like about halfway. Perfect. Good. Maybe take a couple steps. Nose to the wall would be the full position. If you don't have that today, that's okay. And then walk it back out. And option number 2 would be the handstand kick-up. On the wall, yes. Yep. And just hold that for a second. Come right back down. 4 reps there. Whatever progression of the handstand that you need to do in order to do your handstand push-ups later today. If you're not doing handstand push-ups, we still want you to use this warm-up and that play on the wall to be working up towards your handstand push-ups. So that's your warm-up. You got 3 rounds of that. So each time you get to the wall, you can change it up a little bit. Same thing with your windmills. You can add load, and your Cossack squats, I guess. You could add load to those as well. Our workout today is 2 12-minute EMOMs. You are going to rest as needed in between each EMOM set. 3 to 5 minutes, no longer than 5 minutes in between each. You decide. Each EMOM has 3 separate minutes. So our first EMOM is going to be 4 handstand push-ups in the first minute. So a true handstand push-up would be to kick up, lower your head down to the mat. You can use a kip to come up. Beautiful. So you would do 4 handstand push-ups. If you are not doing handstand push-ups today, we have 2 alternate movements, so don't stress about that. We're going to tell you that at the end. Then on minute 2, you're going to do 8 to 12, depending on your ability, pistols. Oh yeah, you're warm.
This is not good.
Ready to go. Make it look good. Nice. Okay, 8 to 12 pistols on the second minute, and then on the third minute, you switch sides and you do 8 to 12 pistols on that side. So you are focused on the one side only for that full minute. You will repeat that for 12 minutes. So that's 4 rounds. Did we get the math? Yeah, good job. All right, our second 12-minute EMOM is we're going to stay with our handstand push-ups at the beginning. Minute 1 will remain 4 handstand push-ups. And I also want to highly recommend that if you shouldn't be doing 4 handstand push-ups times 8 rounds, lower the reps, do 2. Choose whatever is going to be best for you. There is no winning this workout today. Minute 2 is going to be 4 to 8 single leg burpees. We haven't done these in a very long time. So the goal is to keep one foot off the ground at all times. So if we're going single leg burpees on the right, then your left leg's off the ground at all times. And it never touches. It never touches.
Sorry.
There you go. He's got it. He's new to the single leg burpee world. That was awesome. And then minute 3, you'll go to the other side. Keep the foot off the ground the whole time. The goal would be able to jump up and recollect yourself and then get right back down. 4 to 8 each minute. Cool. Our point of performance today is that if you are doing handstand push-ups, we want to make sure that we're hitting that tripod at the bottom. Very many times people like to put their hands closer to their head and they're no longer getting that triangle shape. And so that's the focus for the handstand push-up. For all the other movements, our legs, we really are looking for knee stability. We don't want that knee wiggling out of control like on our pistol. We want to make sure that we're able to maintain the perfect position. So if you are not able to maintain it, let's say you can do a pistol, but every time the knee caves in, you need to scale that movement to hold that knee perfect stability. And we're going to talk about the scales in just a second. Same thing with your single leg burpee. When you jump in, we want to make sure that we have full control over that single leg. If you do not, we need to scale that movement. We'll talk about that in a second. The stimulus today is your quads are going to be on fire. Those single leg burpees, believe it or not, get your quads lit. Well, maybe not huge, but they definitely light up. Huge. Our scales today. So for the handstand push-up, we're going to do an overhead press with a 4-1-X1 tempo. So that tempo is a 4 count down, 1 count at the bottom as fast as you can up, and 1 count at the top. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. 1, 1,000 up, 1, 1,000, and then you would go again. It's annoying. But you're only doing 4, so really make sure you're going nice and slow on that descent on the overhead press. If you would like to try something a little bit different, we can do an elevated push-up. So that would be toes on the box. This is just making your push-up a little bit more challenging, adding a little load to it. It's just a different scale that we haven't used in the past for a while. For our pistol, we are changing up the way we are going to scale our pistols today as well. So option number 1 is going to be heel elevated. So you could grab a plate or whatever. I don't know what you have at your house, but find something. You can put your heel up. Can you go face that way? Or me? I think you just made it worse. No, I'm pretty sure. All right. Hopefully you can all see his heel right now. If you can't, it's Tyler's fault. Okay, that's a heel elevated pistol. So sometimes some people just need a little help in that area. So that's our scale for today. If you cannot do that, still, we are going to just do reverse lunges. Reverse lunges is working on that single leg strength on the front. If you are somewhere in between those two, you could do a pointed toe lunge where your toe doesn't curl in the back. That would be a great option. Scaling the single leg burpees, I would say elevate yourself. If you need to make this easier for you, we should all be able to jump back and jump forward with one leg. All right, let's give it a try. So on one leg, jumping back, jumping forward. And if you are not jumping, we can just go to regular burpees. I would actually talk to your coach if there is some reason that you should not be jumping single leg. And we will give you some other scale, or we might change the workout altogether for you. So it makes more sense. Our recovery today is going to be a trap smash from all those handstand push-ups. So we're going to take the lacrosse ball. You're going to make sure it's right up in here, nice and high, close to the neck, but not on the spine. And then you're going to move your arm all around. You will be laying on the ground, on your back, doing all of those things. Oh my gosh, that was too long. Let's go. Oh, long. Yeah, it was 10 minutes.